Which car insurers are returning money because of the coronavirus? There are 16 total insurance companies that represent 90% of the market. 11 have openly published plans. Most of the impetus was emotional marketing-led. The trend was there for lower claims but also a huge threat to have lower premiums collected and indeed lose valuable customers. Most are using verbiage that indicates that they will reduce the premium if you renew on the next cycle. This is for enticing business to stay with them and not jump to someone else. Also, it could take up to another 10 months if you had an annual policy. The rest are promising to do it ASAP, but this is not as simple as they thought. Depending on the state or province, it may need government approval. Some state commerce department are shut down. The corporate insurance offices are also on lockdown. You can't even have 3 people in one elevator in some buildings. Some are doing a straight flat check. Some are doing a percentage check of what you paid. Others are just going to credit a future bill. All these take time, resources, and computer power to accomplish. To simplify, you just can't mail checks out if your mailroom doesn't have any staff because they are quarantined at home. Never in the history of this planet have so many VPNs been assigned in North America. This took time and brilliant work by the IS departments of insurance companies. Working remotely has evolved very well but still has limitations. A great deal of auto insurance processing is still paper-based. You have to get and open mail and also send stuff out. The balance of companies are taking a wait-and-see approach. They perceive that some of the early adopters were too quick. Not enough data was in for the executives to correctly actuary the response. Probably most will need to re-evaluate in the fall if this lifestyle change, lower road exposure, lasts all summer. This is big news in the last few weeks. I would think mutual companies would be more likely than stock companies because mutual companies are owned by their policyholders, but I noticed several stock companies on the list. So far it's been reported that Allstate, American Family, Farmers Insurance, Geico, The Hartford, Liberty Mutual, Nationwide, Progressive, Safeco, State Farm, Travelers, and USAA. They also happen to be the 10 largest insurance companies in the USA. I must say that I'm surprised and little suspicious as insurance rates are built on large numbers and trends over time and we neck deep in the crisis now. If it turns out to be only a temporary reprieve, it's still good that people are getting some cash when they need it. I'm not sure how they can know what actual claims and losses might be, especially considering that insurance claims paying money is invested in the financial systems are more than a bit shaky. Sometimes discounts save people money, other times they are just marketing tactics. Working as an agent, I always look to provide a fair comparison with an emphasis on the bottom line, quality of the company, and protection. I recommend that all shoppers get multiple quotes and include an independent multiple company agent or broker when shopping. C. What are some useful tips to save money on car insurance? Insurance is regulated by your state and I've noticed that a few state commissioners ordered the return of premiums, so I'm not 100% sure if this is everywhere and for all drivers, so I will update this when I know more. Most of the major carriers. And they were out there rather early with the premium returns. I consider that more of a very smart PR move than a monetary reward for the customers, but, that stated, I applaud the speed with which these very large, very bureaucratic corporations reacted in real time to the entirely unanticipated shutdown of the economy. I believe the speed with which they reacted also reveals the intensity of the competition for the consumer dollar in terms of name recognition as well as favorability as a choice for the consuming public.